Let's get started straight away on this with new stages. The first new stage seen in this game trailer has already actually had its name disclosed as, quite nicely I think, The Cove. In the course of the trailer, 3 to 4 new stages are shown, along with an Inkrail-clad Moray Towers remake thing. Interesting, I think. These stages are much like their former brethren. However, they seem to contain many more chances for extreme hiding places and awesome flanking maneuvers. Something I think is only permitted in Splatoon by well-known ledges and sniper nests. In the trailer, however, a subtle flaw in the original is now seemingly fixed. The fact that many stages prefer certain weapons seems to be flattened by easy assassination points and new weapon-specific buffs. But I'll get onto that next. Sadly, Nintendo actually are being rather mute on the amount of new stages, but it's probably like the fact that when the game is released, due to the fact that Splatoon is an online game and usually connects to probably a Nintendo main hub for the game stage changes, I'm pretty sure they're going to be releasing quite a few more stages in the months after the release. Right, well, now I think we're getting on to... Well, that's not really a lot, is it? I don't think so. Yeah, that's not a lot at all on new stages. Yeah, Nintendo are being quite mute on this, actually. Anyway, on to new weapons and awesome new weapon buffs. One of the main things I think that blew people away in the trailer is the whole new reshift of weapon balance and effectiveness. Okay, let's start with these bad boys. I sadly haven't been able to find out what these are going to be called, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be something epic, like Inkling pistols, Inkling dual pistols, or the like. They seem to have, by damage output and accuracy that I managed to triangulate from trailer engagements, as it were, roughly the same characteristics as a cross between the damage of an original splatter shot and, well, I think about the fire rate of an aerospray. This actually makes it rather good in engagements, and I think, well, it's probably going to have a flaw in the range, most likely. However, it also has a really awesome special weapon buff of being able to speed step, as it were. This seems to be only available 3 times in any stretch of time. However, it was when I was writing this down that it actually occurred to me that Tracer seems rather a lot like this. I mean, Tracer can teleport short stretches 3 times in a row. Tracer also has dual pistols that actually look something like these splatty inkling pistol things. And I've actually kind of come to the conclusion that someone in Nintendo maybe might have stole the idea. I don't know, and if I'm wrong and someone from Nintendo is watching, please feel free to write in the comments. Okay, now we've got that sorted, I'll just get back to the actual thing. However this ability will be regulated, I must admit, is anyone's guess. But I think the most popular opinion right now is that it could be a weapon-specific sub-weapon, needing about medium amounts of ink to activate. This seems sadly actually to be the only new weapon, but 2 extreme reshifts have definitely been noticed. The new charger and rollers. The charger's new and I think groundbreaking ability is to hold its charge at the price of a really obvious glow, easily making the player a really quite obvious target. This, I feel, will most likely turn chargers into frontline weapons, able to charge and wait for decisive attacks before plunging into the enemy lines. I think we really need to expect more snipers to do this, however, than wait behind lines and support. Still, I think, although with this reshift, a sniper's main strong point, this, all in all, I feel, will, definitely shake up the gameplay. And finally, to the roller remake. The major change seems honestly to be actually the path of the throwdown ink. Instead of being along a roughly 160-degree radius, a relatively broad spectrum, but quite short-ranged, a more vertical stream, not like a 50-degree, 60-degree spread, but much longer, is apparent. This will, I think, turn the roller from less of a mad ink sprayer doomsday device of death that's so OP. At the beginning, they decided to make dynamo rollers to tempt everyone into becoming really bad roller players, into more fine-tuned and slightly more controllable weapon. I honestly think this is kind of, it's making Splatoon less fun. I mean, how many times have we normal gun specialists just used a roller just for the fun of it? I must admit. However, the roller will, it's the The roller, when it's, rolling, seems to be actually more or less unchanged, but run speed with the roller seems to have actually increased. Okay, now we are onto the new specials and that new sub. 5 new specials are confirmed in the trailer. All of them, except one, are completely new ideas. I say except one, as one of them is obviously a bomb rush in there. A beat with a bomb launching thingy and an epically longer range. These new 4 are... No, 4. An epic homing mini ink strike bazooka launcher thingy, what's it? Which, okay. This thing... Obviously, I watched some IGN gameplay of the first 6 minutes of some Splatoon battles, and actually, with the splatter shot, or the splatter shot replacement, basically it has splat bombs as normal for its sub, but for its special, it has these things. Now, these things are homing... I've already said they're homing missiles, but they seem to have be like ink strike missiles in that they come from the top and so ignore any cover, because in Splatoon there is no above cover. Actually, in that first bit at the beginning, there's actually a bit of bridge there. So I wonder if you can take refuge under that, or if the bombs exploding around you, because it's 2 on each inkling, will hit you anyway with the blast radius. I'm not exactly sure about that. That's going to be really, really interesting. Okay. Then, after that, there is this bad boy mobile killer whale-esque welding laser epic thing. I mean, I'm a massive fan of the killer whale. Its ability to both stop Rainmaker advances and capture splat zones beyond compare has really won its place into my heart. But the fact that this thing's taking its place, well, I think it's a worthy successor. Because this thing, obviously, is going to allow for tracking troublesome enemies through ink. And, coupled with the fact that the charger is, the charging glow thing that I was talking about earlier in this episode, that's going to mean that this is going to be a really difficult weapon. However, unlike with the original killer whale, this one is obviously stopped by physical obstructions. So it's going to we're going to have to get up to one of those big sniper nest things, if there are any left in the game after Nintendo's big let's make the whole game a bit more fair thing. Okay, well, what's next? Oh yeah, this huge ink cloud, thundercloud, epic thingy. Right, this is an epic idea. You throw the bomb goes up into the air, turns into a thundercloud, covers the ground with ink. It didn't seem in the video to do any damage to the people that are there, but it would massively impede them during it would massively impede them during an attack. It would be an ideal companion to go in. In what direction this thundercloud travels in, I don't know, but it might be something like the person who activated it, or might go towards the enemy spawn point. It's going to be a really good one in Turf War for claiming many more bits of turf, easily, quicker, and faster. Right. Now, I think, for the most amazingly cool looking of all of these specials, and that is this rocket jetpack blaster. Now, as no blasters have been seen in the trailer so far, or at all actually, I'm actually starting to wonder if Nintendo have removed it from the entire game. I would be really sad if they did, because nothing is more useful for claiming towers or claiming splat zones where you think enemies are than a blaster. Okay, maybe the Lunar Blaster and the Lunar Blaster Neo are a tiny bit OP and they're really hard to counter, but who cares? What Nintendo thought after this was, how can we turn that? What's the main flaw of a blaster? Its problem is that it has a low fire rate, and also it has to, it can't really get around the place. So, what are we going to do? Put it on a jetpack. Seriously, Splatoon is going to turn into jetpack joyride. So, from the trailer, actually, if you have a look at the bottom, the 2 jets of ink that are coming out of the back actually as well paint the ground, which I think is a really cool idea. Also, the blaster seems to have the damage of a normal blaster, as in kills you the second it touches you or explodes near you, but it also seems to have a relatively impressive range. But if they're running away, you can just chase them down with your massive Epicus nerdbird, well, no, not nerdbirders, killing jetpack thing. Unless it runs out and leaves you stricken in the middle of there just with a charger. Yeah. Problem. Anyway. But this Well, I can't really tell you what this is. I don't know. Is it a special? Is it just a cool thing Nintendo put in the trailer? I don't I don't know what this looks like. I mean, I don't know. It's just strange. But if it was actually in the game, it would be horrendously OP. You go up into the air. Actually, it might be like calling down a mini ink strike, as in the tornado around the Inkling. That would actually be a relatively cool idea, I think. But anyway, right, now off from those specials that they're really fresh ideas, actually. But let's crack on, get it, to the sub. Right, well actually, only one new sub is actually demonstrated in the trailer. This seems to be this strange bouncing bomb thing, what's it, that roughly has the speed of a Seeker, but can bounce off walls. This will allow, I think, a skilled user to, if they happen to have actually, I'm not sure if they're going to put echolocators in Splatoon 2, because they're really useful in normal Splatoon for clearing splat zones and the like, and also for turf war if you're a sniper and don't know where they are. So it's actually quite strange, I think. Is this going to be... Are those 5 specials just going to be the specials? Anyway, back to the sub. This thing is like... I think it might just be a Seeker in a bouncing bomb outfit. Because it seems like quite... I wonder if this thing has an automatic detonation period, or it just keeps on bouncing on until the cow just comes home, or the Inklings, or the Octarians for that matter. But I'm not really yeah. Never mind. Okay, bouncing bomb, sub thing. Don't really know what that's all about. Right, good. Let's get off of that and on to our final bit of the video. Okay, well, now I must thank you for remaining with me this far into the video. You guys must be really fun Splatoon loving people that just love the cuteness of the epic squids. Anyway, now, here we go onto these new features and plot/campaign bits that I've managed to get. Because Splatoon campaign, the last one, was actually really quite engaging. Especially with its 4 progressively much harder bosses and its epic last boss, along with some rather nice music. Wait a minute. You know in the trailer, because, you know how Mary is, the green one, with the grey and green hair, how she is standing alone, wearing a black hoodie and looking all forlorn. That seems interesting, bearing in mind that's more what Kelly would be doing. Now, this might actually lead me to, Illuminati triangles out, everyone, get to a thing that I think Nintendo may have killed off Callie. I know it sounds strange, but bearing in mind that Mary is, well, quite an easygoing and happy person, the only plausible reason why she would be sad would be if something absolutely catastrophic had happened. I actually think that whether or not she's died, or which one dies, was affected by the Splatfest results of the final Splatfest. So that if Callie won, Mary would be the one who's dead. Okay, that's not exactly very positive. Anyway, what? So campaign mode, the Octarians are coming back, which I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work with the new gameplay. Are you going to be still Agent 3, or are you going to be another agent? Is Agent 1 dead, or is Agent 1 splatted, dead, killed, KIA, etc.? Or is it Agent 2? Can't remember. Someone remind me that in the comments, please. Anyway, another thing from the campaign is actually I received several questions lately on Miiverse if I thought that there were going to be Octarians and ability to play Octarians in normal modes. Well, I think Nintendo would actually have shown us that in the original trailer. However, it might be coming in an update or in something like that. I think the most popular idea about when and where and when you get the Ocklings is most likely when you've completed the campaign or hero mode. I really actually do quite want to get an Ockling because you kind of come to admire them in the campaign mode because they do use proper Splatoon splash shot tactics. Well, they do get countered quite easily. But the little squids are cute. But the little octopuses are so cute. I mean, yeah. Anyway, I need to get back on track. One of the main things about when the original Switch trailer came out and everyone was saying, oh, is that a Splatoon 2? Is that not a Splatoon 2? Is the new hairstyles. Now, if we take a look at the end of the video, of the trailer, at the new plaza, I am thinking also that, I'll just interrupt myself then. Notice, to say something that I have just noticed, because I'm going off my script here a little bit. Isn't that Krusty C, is it? In that van, like, selling himself? Okay, that would be a little bit strange. But bearing in mind that at the beginning and at various points you see a squid with running boots, does that mean he's been booted out of the thing by a rifle? I don't know. Is getting gear and stuff still going to be in the 4 separate shops it used to? That's an extra hairstyling shop. Or, I think, most likely, it's going to be one for all your clothing, one for the weapons, and one for the hairstyle. This would make it much more interesting, I think. Well, maybe not more interesting, but it would be good to have a slightly bigger selection of gear on show. Anyway, I'm not exactly sure about whether I think, this Ockling thing really seems to be bothering me. If any of you think you know, could you write down in the comments? Because I need to take a while to work this out. I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry I was supposed to try and put light on the cryptic trailer that Nintendo sent. Okay, Actually, I think that's it. Really, I actually think that's it. I think I have picked apart every single different aspect of that Splatoon trailer. Apart from the bit with the pigeon. That's kind of just cute, but it's kind of useless. Never mind. Okay, just saying, but I am so hyped for Splatoon 2. I must admit. But thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for putting up with me. I'm sorry this hasn't been one of my better videos. I had to put this together at such horrendously short notice. Thank you for bearing with, and thank you for putting your comments on my new intro, and I am hopefully trying to get an outro, if you know what I mean, and well, I guess that's it. Well, until next time, Nutbird out. Everybody, I've just realised. If there's no Cali, there's going to be no Splatfests. And who is going to take all of those extremely cheerful news reports to tell us what's what? I mean, there's not even going to be a Squid Sisters anymore. I doubt it. I mean, how is that even going to work? Who's going to take her place? Oh, no.